Hello, everyone. Welcome to Verbling. Hi again. I'm Teacher Oakley. And once again, it is time for famous quotes. Today we are going to look at quotes from Stephen Hawking, a janitor at Theodore Roosevelt Junior High School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. No, that's absolutely not true. That's not who Stephen Hawking is. That's ridiculous. Welcome to the class, Gregory. Hello.
Hello.
Hello again. Okay, and hello, Heidi.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome, Joseph. Hi there.
Hi, teacher.
Hey,
How are
how's
you?
it going? Good. I'm good. And welcome, Roger. Hey, Roger.
Hello, Oakley. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Okay. Roger, Stephen Hawking, in fact, is not a janitor at Theodore Roosevelt Junior High School. That's not true. Who is Stephen Hawking? Do you know?
I have seen that guy. I know that he's really smart, but I don't know if he's scientific or he's physician, or I don't know really what is actually his career.
That is his career. Really smart guy. He's a professional, really smart guy. I'm kidding. Gregory, do you know Stephen Hawking's job description?
No, I not. Explain me, please. Tell me, please.
Tell you? Okay. He is a theoretical physicist. Physics is his thing, and also a cosmologist. Whoa, what is that? What is a cosmologist? Heidi, do you know? Check. Yes, Verbling chat is working.
Maybe
Heidi.
studying about space.
Yes, the cosmos.
Sorry.
The
Can you
universe.
type his name on the chat box, please?
Certainly.
It's something about the creation of the universe.
Well, yeah.
The theory of the Big Bang and all kind of different theories about the creation of the universe.
Exactly, yes. The Big Bang Theory, or as I like to call it, the giant pop theory. Oh, there it is. It's a universe. I created one. Neato. Okay, yes. Stephen Hawking, generally thought to be a genius, is a theoretical physicist and cosmologist. He likes to play around with things like gravitational singularity, general relativity, black holes, quantum mechanics, string theory, all these kinds of crazy things. Stephen Hawking actually is a proponent, okay, meaning someone who believes in and supports. He is a proponent of the multiverse theory, that in fact there are millions of you. There are many universes with you in them, but you are in this Verbling class with me now. Hello, Omar.
Hi there.
Hi there. How are you in this universe today?
Well, I think that I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. This version of Omar is doing well. Excellent. Welcome to the class. Hello, Kwang.
Hello, Oakley.
Hi.
Do I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, you did. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Kwang?
Yes,
Yes?
yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome to the class, Kwang. Kwang, where are you from?
I am from Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yes.
Okay. Super. Okay. Welcome to the class. Have you heard of Stephen Hawking before?
Stephen Hawking. No, no.
No?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna look at some of his quotes today and see if we can figure out what this genius is talking about. And let's start doing that after I welcome Anatoly. Oh my goodness. It must be Saturday.
Hello, yes, that's Saturday.
Nice to have you aboard again, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, lady and gentlemen, let's take a look at some famous quotes. And we're going to look at his quotes, make sure if there's any, I don't know, references or idiomatic language we don't understand. We can talk about that as well as any vocabulary that may come into question. And then talk about our interpretation. Now, as we do this, there's no wrong or right answers. These are just things that some man said, so you can interpret them however you want. So don't be shy. Whatever you think this quote means is what it means. So we're gonna practice a little summarizing and at the same time giving our opinion. Let's get started here. Okay. Gregory, can you help us out by reading this first quote here?
Surely. I have noticed even people who claim everything is predestined, and that we can do nothing to change it. Look before they cross the road.
Yeah. Look before they cross the road. Okay. Okay. What is predestined? Do you know that word? Are you familiar with that?
I don't know, sir.
Predestined. Okay, it's related to the word destiny. You are my destiny. Okay, and also, obviously, destination. These are all related words. Your destination is where you will end up, of course. Your
Surely it has to be.
It has to be, exactly. Thank you. That is correct. Your destiny it is written in the stars, we may say. Yes. So predetermination or predestination means that it's inevitable. That's right. It has to be. Exactly. So some people believe in predestination, that everything was planned and it must go according to the plan. We can do nothing to change it. All right. So, Gregory, what do you think Stephen is saying here?
Okay, can you put the text on the chat box like other teachers doing? It's helped me because I don't remember and I don't understand what was said in the text.
Sure, I can do that. Hang on. There it is.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. No problem. Okay.
Okay, what I am thinking about this statement, I agree with them. There is people who have to be, I don't know how to say it, it's the destiny, it's the doom.
Doomed. Interesting word. Doomed. Yeah, this is related. If you're doomed, you're predestined for some kind of catastrophe or failure. Yeah.
I don't have explanation for that, but it's just existing in the world. I don't know why, and why it's happened, but there is people.
Uh-huh. Yes, there are.
Like Jeanne d'Arc, for example, in
But,
the French Revolution.
oh, Joan of Arc. Ah, okay.
He says, it's
interesting.
my destiny, and it was.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Oh, very good. Good example. Okay. Let me go on to Heidi. What do you think he means when he says even people who believe in predestination still
Yeah.
look before they cross the road?
Yeah, many things we need to have some decision. But after decision, people can complain about that. Sometimes it's different. Result is different. But before you decide something, you should check the situation carefully.
Okay. All right. Okay, before making decisions, I should check carefully. Okay. Joseph, do you have any thoughts about
Yes,
this quote?
I think that he's trying to say that even when the people seems to be sure about his decisions, they always have doubts about it. They don't. They don't. They are not 100% sure, despite they seem to be 100% sure.
Yeah.
They always
With you.
has a doubt.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of how I interpret it as well. Actually, I interpreted that Stephen is being just a little bit snarky, a little bit sarcastic, a little cynical. Do you know this? Have you ever heard this word, Joseph? Snarky?
No, no, Oakley.
Okay. Uh, he's being just a little bit mean, a little bit cruel and sarcastic to people who believe in predestination. I think he's being a little sarcastic. Oh, sure, you believe in it, but you still look both ways before you cross the street. You don't trust that, you know, the inevitable will be that you get across the street safely. In practical experience of day-to-day life, they don't act what they claim to believe. Yeah, I kind of see that as well, Joseph. Just throwing it out to the rest of the class. We have a big class, so maybe I won't talk to everyone, but for each and everything. But I will throw it out. Does anybody have any other ideas about this quote? Roger, Quang, anybody? Or shall we move on?
No, no.
No. Okay, let's move on. Omar, let's look at this next one. Omar?
Okay.
Yeah, can you read that one for me, please?
Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change.
Yeah, sound good to you? Do you agree with that, or does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, you know, if you don't adapt to the change, you die. That says the evolution of species by I don't know the
Darwin?
who wrote Darwin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Origin of the species. Oh, very good. All right. So, could we infer then that Stephen Hawking, in fact, is a proponent of Darwinism? Perhaps we could. Do you think? Infer, and there's an inference. We can guess based on this. Okay, Quang.
Yes.
Anything to add about this? Do you think this is true, that intelligence can be measured by the ability to adapt to change?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's fair. Okay.
Can I say, Oakley?
What's that, Gregory?
I want to say something about that.
Please.
I not agree with this.
Okay, great.
And because I was in the lecture and I know that our sorry, how people older, how people clever, how people know more. It's hard to change his opinion. How people more intelligent, it's hard to change opinion. It's hard to change their mind. Unfortunately, it's happened. It's exists and nothing to do with that.
Okay. So, are you saying that the more knowledge people acquire, the more hardened they become to change? The
Hard to
more,
change. Hard
yeah,
to change.
right. The more difficult it is to
I
change.
think intelligent people
Interesting.
have a lot of knowledge. So if something changes, but still they are not surprised, still they can manage it.
Okay.
I say in the case of stereotypes, of the stereotypes.
Uh-huh.
I say
Oh, okay.
they stereotype stronger and say not change nothing with that.
Okay. But is that intelligent? To not change
Yes,
stereotypes?
yes. It's not my opinion.
Uh-huh.
I hear it in the lecture.
Interesting idea. Roger, do you have anything to add about this?
I was thinking that the quote itself, it doesn't seem to be quite related, intelligence with changes. But I was trying to look for an example that can demonstrate the opposite, and I always came with the changes, with the things with the changes. For instance, a person that is intelligent, how can demonstrate that is actually intelligent? By solving problems, by solving issues, figuring out things. So finally, those things have to deal with changes, with things that were maybe unexpected, and you have to try to figure out. And if you can do it, you can be considered an intelligent person. I think is the way that you can demonstrate that.
Okay, so all right. So if I can try to interpret what you're saying, I think you're saying that actually problem-solving ability is a way to measure intelligence, which in turn, problem-solving involves adapting and changing to different circumstances. Yes, more or less.
Yes.
Am I reading you correctly? Okay. Okay. Well, that's logical. You know, if you think about like IQ tests, intelligence quotient tests, that's basically what they are. They're problem-solving exercises. So I don't know. You might have a point there. Welcome to the class, Michael. Hello.
Hello, teacher Oknem.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. All together? Okay. Michael, do you, or actually I'll throw this one out to everyone. Does anybody have anything else to say about this quote? Any other interpretations?
Well, I didn't Google the definition for intelligent now, but Well, in some way, I agree with him, with Stephen Hawking. Hawking, how did it?
Hawking.
Hawking. Yeah.
Yeah. He has a weird last name. Kind of.
No, it's kind of cool last name. American last name.
Well, yeah. Okay. Just what is actually? This is totally off topic. I realize that. What is Hawking? What does that mean? Is that a word? I know that's his name, of course. Do you know what that means?
No.
Nope.
No. Okay, it could mean two things. Hawking, ing. So obviously, I'm talking about a verb. Actually, it could mean three things. Wow. Bizarre, but interesting. Okay, we are learning English. So to hawk something could mean to sell it, like in an open air market. If I'm yelling out to you, mango, fresh mango, 20 pesos a kilo, cheapest price in the market, 20 pesos a kilo. I am hawking my wares. I am hawking my mangoes. Selling, usually by verbalizing.
Publicity, like.
Yeah, usually by actually yelling or shouting. The yelling and shouting itself is the action called hawking. Also, it could mean taking a bird, an eagle or osprey or some kind of when those guys that it's a more informal term. I forget. There's a more formal word for it. Falconry. All right. Falconry is also used to talk about when they have birds of prey and they tie the jess to the wrist and they allow the hawk or the falcon to go fly around. I don't know what they do. And last of all, and most definitely the most disgusting, if you get queasy or nauseous easily, please don't listen to me right now. If somebody hawks, they make a big spit sound like that, and then they spit. I know that's disgusting, but that's called hawking as well. Yes, it's gross, I know. But anyway, that's why I said he has a weird last name. So, I don't know. Kind of weird, multi-purpose, strange last name. Okay. Anyway, well, you learned a little English vocabulary. Anatoly.
Yes.
Try this one. Can you read this one for us?
Okay. And before we move to the next one, intelligence. Is it a word which we used in different meaning, like for intelligence agencies?
Oh boy, oh my, Anatoly, that's a whole other ball of wax. I don't know. Many people would say, for example, common phrase like military intelligence is in fact a contradiction in terms or an oxymoron. They don't belong together. Many would argue. Yes, intelligence can mean, the spies, the secret service, the secret intelligence. Yes. Or it can mean overall smarts, brilliance, intellectual knowledge. It's debatable, actually, and this quote is very debatable. How to measure intelligence is something that's very much debated. People always debate IQ tests and things like that. Are they really any kind of reflection? And what, just a basic question, what is intelligence?
Yes, I think intelligence agencies stole this term for.
I think they did too. I would totally agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
even though
Okay,
it doesn't
thank you.
necessarily fit. I think you're right.
But look, but I think that quote is right. It is a question about living or dying. If you don't, if you don't achieve to adapt to something, you can die.
It's
Uh,
possible. Yeah.
you you
Okay.
you cannot survive if you don't adapt to the situation.
Okay. Hmm. It's interesting because I also think I'm looking ahead at the computer viruses, but I thinking about viruses. Well, my goodness, viruses adapt. What do we have now? We have the Middle Eastern virus. We have a new one in China. I can't even keep track of them. Q3N6 or something virus. They adapt, but are they intelligent? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm talking about the human being.
Yeah. Okay.
Know about
Okay.
intelligence or computers or programs.
Okay.
For example, if you are in the moon, for example, and you you find that something is wrong with your spacecraft, and you can come back home. You don't have the tools to solve the situation in that moment, but you have other things that you can change. You can replace instead of using those specific tools. You can adapt and you can survive because of that. I think it
Okay.
is.
Okay. Good example. And I saw that movie, Apollo 13. It's a good movie. Not a big not a big Tom Hanks fan, but it's a good movie. Okay. All right, that's a very good example. All right, and nice job using an example to explain your reasoning there. Uh, okay, Anatoly, let's move on
Okay.
to the next one here.
I think computer viruses should count as life. I think it says something about human nature that the only form of life we have created so far is purely destructive. We've created life in our own image.
Whoa.
It is a very pessimistic statement.
Indeed.
I suppose I read quickly his story of his life, Stephen Hopkins, and I understood. I think I understood that why he said that. Um, I think it could be true for some situations, but generally I can't agree with that quote.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird quote. Actually, a little more background information. Very, very recently, just a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, maybe 4, I don't know. But he also spoke recently publicly about creating AI. You know what AI is, Anatoly? The acronym
No, no,
AI.
no.
Okay, it stands for artificial intelligence. Uh, so he recently spoke. I don't know where, but somewhere publicly about artificial intelligence, basically creating computers that can think for themselves, basically make decisions. Okay, he was again very pessimistic, as Anatoly noticed, or as he said about this quote. Quite pessimistic. Recently, Stephen talking about artificial intelligence, basically talking about, well, you know, what if artificial intelligence decided to, it could teach itself algorithms about the stock market, and it could teach itself how to beat humans very easily. It could develop weapons that human beings couldn't even understand, never mind recreate or fight a computer or a system like the internet system. You know, very Skynet kind of thing. Do you know Skynet? Does anybody know Skynet? What I'm talking about? My reference?
There is the movie about a robot Terminator.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. Correct.
It is the computer who controls the world.
You got it. That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Basically, Stephen Hawking was warning us about Skynet for the most part. Yeah, a little scary. I don't know. It's one thing when they make a movie like Terminator. It's another thing when geniuses like Stephen Hawking start crying about it, warning us about it. Welcome to the class, Ken. Hey, Ken.
Yes, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. It's famous quotes time again. We're looking at Stephen Hawking today.
Okay.
He has some things to say about computer viruses and creating AI. In this quote specifically, computer viruses, as Anatoly noted, we've created life in our own image. Oh dear. Anatoly, you said you read his somewhat about his biography, about his life, and you said
yes.
From reading that, you think you know why he may have this pessimistic view? Could you elaborate?
Yes, he has a hard life. He is still alive, as I understood. He was paralyzed. His body was paralyzed several years ago, and he continued to communicate with people using some devices. Only one cheek now is able to move, and he communicate now with people. His life was a plot for many works in arts, in movies, etc., in literature.
Okay. Why is he such a pessimist? Just because he's been in a wheelchair his whole life? Well, that would do it, frankly.
He is seen to life from different point of view. Now it is maybe it could be the reason.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have any comments about this? Anybody at all?
Yeah, I have.
Please, Omar, go ahead.
Yeah, they are saying that it's a little bit pessimist, but I could say that it is maybe true because human beings are so destructive. You know, sometimes I think that we are kind of plague. A plague.
Yeah.
Because just look the world. I don't know, and also one of the one behavior that the human being have is self-destruction. You know, we lie, we cheat, we steal and kill ourselves, and also kill other person. That is, I don't know. I'm.
Okay.
I think that is true.
Okay. All right. Hard to argue your point. People do all those things. Absolutely. Okay. Anyone else with any strong feelings about this, or something you'd like to add, or shall we move on? Okay. Okay, Ken.
Okay. Mm,
Let's see. The next one's also. Well, let's skip to this. Hang on a second. Let me go to this one here. I've got a lot of quotes here, so let's try this one. Ken?
mhm. If alien visitors, the outcome would be much as when Columbus landed in America, which didn't turn out well for the Native Americans.
Okay.
Mhm.
Steven's a little bit pessimistic, isn't he? My goodness. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he's a machine.
Maybe he's a machine. Who, Steven?
Steven,
Yeah.
a robot.
Okay. You know what? Do you know what it's called when a person is a half robot, half human? Do you know the word?
No, no.
Okay. That would be called a cyborg.
Yeah, cyborg.
Cyborg.
Cyborg. Yes.
It's
Stephen Hawking is a.
a computer and half human.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, Ken. Okay. This is fairly straightforward, but what do you think? Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I thought the same thing in the past,
Really?
Like, thinking about the human history, if the kind of strong power encounters a kind of weaker power group, the strong power conquer weaker power people. Not only conquer, European people brought a new disease which Native American doesn't have immune system. So maybe such kind of thing might happen. But
Yeah.
alien is not a human, so they develop different way. So it's still unexpectable, actually, for me.
Okay.
If the alien is a human type, it probably happens.
Okay. Unexpectable.
Mm.
Unexpectable. I don't know if that's a word or not.
Unexpected.
Unexpected
Yeah.
is definitely a word.
Yeah.
Perhaps unexpectable is a word. I'm not saying it's not. It has all the right root words and prefixes and suffixes in the right places. It could be. I don't know. Oh, you have to look it up. Yeah, okay. It's kind of fun. I don't know. Fun, maybe wrong choice of words. Something interesting in many science fiction novels and movies. War of the Worlds comes to mind. It's always the aliens die because they get some kind of germ or virus from the humans. If you've ever noticed that. But why couldn't it go the other way? Yeah, okay.
But what happened with Native Americans? Someone said that they were killed by Europeans.
Yeah, well, they were. Not all
Basically
of them,
killed,
of course.
Killed. Not something, but killed, like with
Outright
cold
killed?
blood. Yeah.
In cold blood, yes. That's a good way to phrase it. Yes. In fact, some were killed in cold blood, and in fact, there were battles and wars and treaties and lots of back and forth that took many, many years. They didn't just round them up and shoot them in the head. Europeans were in North America from 1492. Columbus first landed, and you know, of course, there's still Native Americans today, but they tend to live on reservations. And yeah, they ended up with the short end of the stick, I could say in English. The bad end of the deal, the short end of the stick. Okay, which literally that phrase makes no sense at all. I understand that, but this is excellent. Whoops, I'm in the wrong place. Okay, they ended up with the short end of the stick. Okay. Whoa. Where am I here? Oh, I've lost my place.
Press undo button.
Did I? Okay, is that what I did?
Once again.
Thank you. Got it. Okay, got it. Silly me. Okay, so yeah, it took many hundreds of years, but they eventually, and a lot of them, most of them died through diseases, actually. Chickenpox, sometimes very simple diseases, which they had no immunity for at all.
And also, someone told that they gave to Native Americans like poisoned blankets. Have you ever heard about it?
We're not poisoned, but infected. You wouldn't say poisoned.
Okay.
But yes, there were instances where, yeah, Europeans would give Native Americans infected blankets from the hospital where many people were sick, so to pass the disease on. Yeah, basically biological warfare. Biological warfare is not new. The Romans did this back in ancient times. This is actually very old, very evil, but very old warfare strategy. It's nothing new. Not poisoning, but contaminating water supply with like human waste so that the opposing army would get sick. This is very old strategy, not anything new at all. Okay, but the central idea, what would happen if aliens visited us? Heidi, what do you think?
Aliens shouldn't be like humankind, like amoeba or octopus, because if they have some bones, they can stand in the globe because of gravity, heavy gravity.
Okay.
You know, many astronauts live in the out of space. Once they return in the globe, they can't stand up. They are using wheelchair.
Yeah, but Heidi, if I kidnapped you and I took you to Jupiter, you would be like an octopus because the gravity is so heavy.
Yeah.
You would be a puddle.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? If they're aliens from a giant planet like Jupiter, maybe they would be giant and have enormous bones made out of iron. Who knows? Okay. Roger, any thoughts about aliens? If aliens visit us, would it be terribly bad, terribly good, or somewhere in between?
Actually, I don't know what to say about the movies. Movies have affected or talks about that, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter what you would say because it would be merely conjecture, totally guessing.
Yeah.
And even no matter Stephen Hawking is a genius, anything he has to say about it is equally just conjecture, not based on anything. Okay. The more we read here, the more I'm convinced Stephen is quite cynical. Roger, can you read this quote?
Yeah, we think we have solved the mystery of creation. Maybe we should patent the universe and charge everyone royalties for their existence. Yeah, very sarcastic, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we are making private the knowledge when we discover things. We are not making up things. We are discovering and getting knowledge about the creation, about the universe, and we don't have to like pretending that that is something new that is own to us.
Yeah, good. Very well put, actually. I think Stephen is kind of making a dig at, for example, pharmaceutical companies, drug companies, who patent things like human DNA. Really, yes, they really do this. Actually, these are laws pending in the United States, Canada, Australia, about exactly that, patenting human DNA. My goodness, you're going to patent my DNA? I thought it belonged to me. It's right here in my body. But no, Pfizer's going to patent my DNA. That's totally unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, okay. Omar, what do you think of this? Is he just being crazy?
Yeah,
What do you?
this is crazy, and I think this is silly because we don't have the rights to do that.
Okay.
Because
What do you? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
No, I was just going to ask, what is your opinion about patenting things like, for example, pardon me, for example, a drug company finds a plant, a flower, and they figure out it cures cancer or something. The drug company will then, of course, immediately patent it so nobody else can sell
Can the
this
flower?
flower.
Yeah, the flower.
Yeah. What is your opinion of that?
That is selfish.
Yeah, well, okay. That's
It's because
putting it
the
mildly.
flower comes from the ear, and the ear is from all. And I'm not saying just humans or people, that is from animals too.
Okay. Yeah, right. Right. Good point. Michael, any anything else to add to this discussion about patenting the universe, flowers, the air?
Yeah, he referenced like to some companies that patenting things to get profit and
Yeah.
to get profit. So
Yeah. Michael, do you think in the future we will have to pay for air?
nope, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
Why should we pay for air? But maybe nowadays we pay for water, like if you
Right.
live in city, or so water is distributed to your place where you live. But so might be to pay for air, like
Yeah.
you buy like per month. You should buy like a package of air or something.
Of air. Actually, Michael, people in Beijing pay for air right now.
How do they do that?
They literally have oxygen tanks brought into their homes, so when the pollution index goes very high, they can actually release some oxygen. Crazy. Wild. Yeah. What do you think of that, Joseph? Paying for air and water.
Maybe you can pay if you wanna get something more pure.
Right.
In those conditions that you are saying, maybe the air is very impure, and you need to purify the air before you breathe this air because it's very harmful for your health.
Sure.
In
Exactly.
those instances, I could pay for the air, but not for the air, for the machine who purifies the air.
No, I'm going to patent the air. You know what? I'm going to do that. You know, I'm going to patent fresh mountain air with the smell of pine trees and fresh snow. I'm going to patent it and sell it in bottles. Yeah, fresh ocean breeze air from the beaches of Jamaica. And I will sell it. Yes, I'm going to make $1 billion. Uh,
I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure.
you're not sure?
No.
No. Ken, would you like to buy some air? I have some air for sale.
No.
No?
No. It's gonna be a big problem for humans if it happened.
Why?
Because
I
poor
love it.
people have to die.
I
You know.
support it. Yes. I'm going to sell air and water. Yes, the Oakley Company, the Oakley Air Company. Yes. Anatoly, would you like to buy some air, or perhaps could I interest you in some water?
It is a not serious question, but I think I think Stephen Hopkins noticed right about campaign campaign how was invade the continent America with coming aliens.
Yeah. Aliens? Oh, we're back to the aliens. The aliens. The aliens will take out patents on air, and then they'll suck the entire atmosphere out of the Earth and sell us air. There we go. I've just predicted the future. It's frightening. Okay. Now, the most strange quote of all. This could be taken a million ways. Heidi, I'm going to let you have first crack at this.
Mm-hmm.
What on earth is Hawking talking about?
Nothing cannot exist forever.
Well,
It's much different from other things I always say. People die sooner or later. People must die sooner or later. Everything must die sooner or later.
even the universe?
Yeah.
But then the universe would be nothing, and nothing cannot exist forever. Oh my goodness. It's a huge loop. Oh my gosh. Who wants to crack at this? What is he talking about? Nothing cannot exist forever. Nothing cannot. Who's feeling brave? Come on.
Maybe
Omar?
you
Yeah.
die for living again. The universe can't can die and and in another time can't be born again. I'm not sure.
Molecules exist forever. People died. After that, we need to be in the small molecules. It exists forever.
But molecules are something. They're not nothing. Okay. Is he talking about the Big Bang? Is he talking about the beginning of the universe? He is, after all, a cosmologist. Cosmologist, of course, not to be confused, people. Don't confuse cosmologist, the study of the cosmos, with a cosmetologist, which is the study of cosmetics. Quite different. Yes, please don't confuse those two. Stephen Hawking, famous cosmetologist.
Teach me that.
Sorry, bad teacher. Okay. Okay. No makeup cannot exist forever. Okay. Yes. All right. Uh, Roger, any thoughts? Can nothing exist forever? Does that even
No,
make
that
sense?
is
I don't
strange.
know because we cannot fully understand what is the universe is, but the other existence, everything, every material is circulating in the universe in a different form. So
Right.
even we die, our material, our body, circulating, in this universe. And talking about the universe, human don't know what will happen next, and because human cannot doesn't completely understand what the universe is.
Right. I might even argue there are two parts of this statement that humans can't even conceive of. First of all, since we do exist, we can't even conceive of nothing. What is truly nothing? Nothing means no antimatter, no quarks, no nothing. Nothing means nothing. And also, humans have an awfully hard time dealing with the idea of forever. What is forever?
Mm.
How can forever exist? What is it? Very difficult statement. Okay. Who else? Somebody else was trying to say something here. Omar, did you? Who? Omar? Roger? Michael? I don't know. Somebody else was trying to make an observation. No?
I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I've made my observation.
Okay, so well, in my school, the teacher told me that nothing is lost, nothing is created, all is transformed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think that because I'm a little bit confused with that you were saying, but because you said that if nothing lasts forever, um, it's no. If nothing lasts forever, so if the universe lasts forever, is nothing.
Exactly.
But
There you go, Omar. You've hit on it. It's a paradox. Okay. Uh, okay. How can forever exist since there's no beginning and no end? What? Or what you said? Exactly. If
but I think that if nothing, if nothing, that's if nothing is nothing, does it exist in the first place? I don't know.
oh my goodness! Don't hurt yourself, Omar.
Yeah.
I know it's twisted. It's paradox.
Yeah.
If you got in a time machine and went back and saw yourself, and you went back to a time before you existed, how could you exist? Because you don't exist yet. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Could you go back and visit yourself as a child? Strange. Okay. All right, we're getting into the weird stuff there. Okay, I will ask you now, please rest your brains. Okay, let your brains rest. Don't worry about Steven's crazy talk. Thank you very much for joining the class. Very interesting. I have to go because I have to come back again and have another verbling class. We're going to play a little game. So thank you very much. See you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you
very much.
very much. Bye bye, teacher. Take care.
Bye-bye.